Hey, what's up, everybody, and welcome back to Knockout Argument, the show where we try to make our case in one shot. I'm Chris.
I'm also Chris. Thank you for joining us. My dude, what are we here for?
Today, we're revisiting an old classic, an old favorite of mine, not one that I've talked about much.
Always get worried when you say that. An old classic.
Yeah. This one is even, at least for you, a little bit more obscure. And this one is Heroes. This was, I believe, this was a show that was on NBC.
Definitely did not watch this.
A long time back. It's been 15 years or so, I think.
Definitely
since
an oldie.
This was released. Yeah, and at the time, there was nothing on television like this. This was a relatively serious take on superheroes and mutant abilities. And today, I am arguing that you should watch it, at least the first season.
That's funny. They don't even talk about heroes all that much anymore in the day and age that we live in, where it's like, there's like a superhero movie that comes out every other month or something like that, or a superhero show. Or
and still, it has its fans. It has a fan base.
Yeah.
You have seen none of it, any of it? Have you seen clips of it? This is not one of those shows that I see a lot of clips from out there.
At the time, when did this come out? Do you know?
I think it was 15 years ago.
Okay, all right. So at the time, I had no interest in this type of show. It wasn't the subject material, because obviously I like superhero stuff, but it was something about network television.
I get that.
I was never, and I know CW's been doing their thing, and I know when you get into a show, you could overlook those types of things, but I never this show was just, I never had any interest in watching
this one. I think you're going to be impressed with this one. I think this one did it on a different scale, especially for a show on NBC or whatever, a broadcast show. I think you're going to be really impressed with the type of powers that they display and the way that they display them.
I'm familiar with the type of show it is. It's kind of like they're not mutants, but it was like the same concept.
They're mutants,
like,
they're evolving.
Yeah,
humans are evolving, and what we have here is, starting into this season, we have Peter Petrelli. He's kind of a bum, kind of a loser. Not, doesn't really hold a job. His older brother, however, is running for political office and is the opposite. He's a overachiever.
It's always a story. There's always like twins,
right? And here,
there's the one that's bulked up, and the one that's a super achiever, and there's the one who's like smoking weed every day.
Absolutely. Well, he's trying to convince his brother that he has powers. And you'll see that early on in these scenes. As we go through the show, I will point out anything that needs to be pointed out. And
anything relevant.
Yeah. Look, you're going to have fun no matter what. You ready to do this?
Yeah. Oh, before we get into this, I also want to remind you, like always, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel.
Like this video, subscribe to the channel.
Yeah. And also, hit that notification.
And hit that notification bell.
I hate you.
All right, I'm here. Now, what do you want?
Uh-oh.
Peter?
That's Nathan Petrelli. That's Peter's brother.
Wow, that's an old-ass cell phone.
This was a long time ago. It was an old-ass time.
That was a Motorola Razor.
Imagine your family member doing this, like, insisting that they can fly. Look at this.
That doesn't look half bad, like special effects wise.
I'm tired of trying to be someone I'm not.
This is the cheerleader here. That's Claire. She's got the power of regeneration.
I know her from something.
Oh, she's been in a lot of things. Yeah, that's Hayden Panettiere.
Hayden Panettiere. I thought that's what her name was.
Public schools suck.
She saved somebody. She ran into a fire, and that girl has been taking credit for it.
Somebody save me.
Heroes. And this villain here is Sylar. He's got the ability essentially to take other people's powers if he opens up their head.
Oh shit. What is that?
He has telekinesis as one of his powers that he's taken from others, and he's opening up her brain.
This was on NBC, bro?
Yeah.
It's a lot of blood, bro.
Yeah, he just killed the wrong cheerleader.
Are you okay? Run, go! Claire.
Oh. That's Bennett. Claire's father. It's not clear though. He's happy. He's happy it's a different dead cheerleader.
Oh, it's somebody else. It's still messed up, but at least at least it's not somebody I care about.
Go!
He can teleport too.
His telekinesis makes him really fast and whatnot.
That one guy, like with all the blood coming out of his head, he died.
As Peter. What we find out as the season goes along is that Peter doesn't have any of the powers that he displays.
Hello?
When he comes into contact with these folks, he takes their powers too. When she bumped into him, she passed her regeneration onto him, and that's how he survived that. Otherwise, he would not have.
Why would I do it? What possible reason could I have for killing so many?
I think that's not, is that the guy that just killed the other girl?
Okay. Yeah.
I think that's Zachary Quinto.
Yeah. He's from Star Trek. That's Spock.
Yeah.
It was a mistake to call.
I didn't know that he was in this show.
This is where he got his big start.
Special effects are pretty impressive for a network television show. NBC has a lot more money, but I didn't expect it to look quite this good.
Let me help.
I also didn't expect it to be quite this graphic. I can't believe this was on NBC. This is before The Walking Dead, bro.
Yeah. Long before too.
Boom.
Then that means he's hiding in plain sight.
Haven't I killed you before?
Didn't take.
Ugh.
Take all the
I
glory.
find your lack of faith disturbing. Ew. That was badass.
You really think you can stop me?
She's got super strength.
I was about to say, does she also have super strength?
Uh-oh. See?
Turns out you're the villain, Peter.
He absorbs everybody's powers. He doesn't have the control that Sylar has when he takes people's powers.
Zaida!
You.
Hiro has been chasing Sylar the entire season, 23 episodes or whatever it is. And he has his phrase, his catchphrase, Yatta, means it is done. The actor added that. They originally had him saying something different, and he said this doesn't sound realistic. Oh, they had him saying banzai. And he's like, that's a little tree to me.
Yeah.
That's not what you think it is.
Yeah, that's just like when the way you guys were making me say that's just racist.
Yeah. Like he was like, how about I say yatta? You know, and they went for it, and it was iconic for this character. He basically absorbed the nuclear man's powers that Sylar had stolen. That's his niece.
Dude,
That's not the cheerleader girl.
It is.
the only one, Claire.
They later on found out.
Shoot me. There is no other way.
Yes, there is, Claire.
That was kind of weird.
There's another way to end this, and you know it.
I can't let you die.
And I can't let everyone else.
That guy just flies.
Mm-hmm.
You ready?
Did he just throw this motherfucker in space?
No, they flew into the atmosphere together. He flew him high enough that the fallout wouldn't hurt anybody.
As opposed to like just shooting him, like killing him wouldn't have done the trick.
Probably not.
Okay.
All right, man. That was Heroes, baby.
It was.
Yes, sir. Man, look. Hey, y'all didn't see this, but he wrote all kinds of notes. He's got a whole little notebook and stuff. If that doesn't have just a picture of a thumbs up on it, I'm going to karate kick everybody in this room.
You know, there's no easy wins here, bro. No easy wins here.
Yeah.
Bro.
Nobody said anything about easy. Heroes is dope.
Special effects aren't bad, bro. Whether it was flying, some of the more graphic, gory stuff was believable. Like, whenever you enjoy a show, you can excuse certain things, you know what I mean? So again, like, I know how it is with the CW. Again, I didn't mean to go off on a tangent on that. The point is that I didn't expect it to be that level, but I was surprised that it was, like, you know, pretty good. Again, not movie quality, but
It was close. These powers weren't that far off. They just didn't have the scale of a movie. But if you were showing these same powers in a movie, I can't imagine they would be much better done.
It wasn't like a made for TV. Like, bro, we watched Sharknado. That was some bad special effects.
That was like excellent.
Yeah,
I know you're still losing sleep over.
I have no problem shitting on that.
I know you made a mistake.
But I wanted to also mention that you said it just came out in what, 2006, right? So even with that, it's even more impressive how good the special effects were. So that was a big plus for me. I want to make that clear. That was a big plus for me.
All right. What else you got?
Good actors. Again, I like Zachary
Great
Quinto. I haven't seen Hayden Panettiere in a lot of things, but that's her name?
Yeah, she's really good. Yo, she was good from the beginning. She was in Remember the Titans. She was the little girl in Remember the Titans, the little with the football and stuff.
Are you serious?
Yeah, man. She's been good.
I can't remember.
Denzel's
His counterpart.
his assistant coach, I guess.
Yeah. She was one give him advice, and he would just look at her like go play with some Barbie dolls or something, right?
Yeah, and his daughter, Denzel's daughter, was all prissy and stuff. So
right.
Like,
that was a nice little pair.
I just got my nails done.
I didn't know that. I never realized that.
So, all right, what's your next point? What you got? More good news. Come on.
Yeah. I know you went all.
Hit me with your best shot of good news.
Again, I'm not the one to try to glorify violence, but I do like, you know, a darker, more gritty show, and I was surprised at how graphic this show was.
Yeah, it's a little gruesome.
Yeah, and again, this is before like The Walking Dead, where they started to show a lot more stuff on television. I'm surprised that, you know, this guy was slicing heads open. That's I don't know. I found that to be very impressive.
All right, man. Let's keep the good times rolling. What's
That's
up?
it.
What else?
That's it.
That's
it, my guy.
Let's keep the good times rolling.
That is it, my guy.
This segment's not over yet.
But we can get into the negative aspects. I'm sure.
Okay.
Right? That's what you care about most, right?
Not at all. I don't care. You could just
sure?
not say anything from here on out.
Are you sure?
I'm just gonna thumbs
I
up.
thought that was like your favorite part. A lot of my bad for this show, for this argument, is the fact that it's so dated. I mean, yeah, it came out in 2006, and look, I watched old ass shows, but something about the subject material, the fact that it's about superheroes, just 2 years later, we have Iron Man that comes out. By the way, they just inducted that into the Library of Congress.
Iron Man.
Yeah, Iron Man.
Okay.
Yeah. Just an interesting little point there. But we had Iron Man that comes out, and the special effects there were super sweet. I'm talking about like, and then also there's like Spider-Man came out before that, the Sam Raimi Spider-Man.
It did, yes. Absolutely.
And that was amazing to look at too. And again, I'm not expecting to be on that level. I mean, we're talking about a multi-million-dollar movie versus
this won't be.
a network television
But
show.
it's competitive. The effects are competitive. I can't
I'll give you
imagine
that.
that if you
I'll
use these
give you
same
that.
powers in Spider-Man, that they would have looked vastly different. I don't believe that they would have.
I'll give you that. But the same as when I was mentioning before, like the reason why I didn't watch the show is just I just had no interest in it. It was like, well, I do like Spider-Man, and that is impressive. And I like this over here, and that is impressive. This, I found that it just didn't work for me. It did not work for me.
Well, listen, everything you just said is quite possibly the dumbest stuff that I've ever heard in my entire life. Everybody who has heard this is now dumber for having heard it. I award you no points, and may God have mercy on your soul.
Look, bro, I wanted you to get your quotable out. You know what I mean? Because like I know that you feel that makes you feel warm inside. But
what? But what?
But no, I think that you're just you're in your feelings because you're so attached to this show.
Because it's a great show, and now you are attached to it also, sir. Please hand over a thumbs up.
Well, I'll show you how attached I am.
No!
Damn!
Not gonna do it what everybody thinks I'm gonna do. Freak out. All I'm asking is,
Lose my mind.
who's coming with me?
Yeah, I know that this show has a fan base that people are going to say like, I didn't make the right decision. Look, tell me, let me know in the comments how this could have changed, because like what I saw was just, I don't know, didn't do it for me.
Well, maybe because you have no soul. There's so many things about this show in its first season and in this montage that you saw that I think is just a real win. The relationship between the brothers was really cool. The way that they developed their powers over time, things like that. All of this was great. You, sir.
I can get all this from other
thumbs
shows
down to you.
that I'm watching.
Thumbs down
right
to
now.
you, sir.
Yeah.
Thumbs down to you.
Yeah, well, look, I'll bite my thumb at you too. So.
Thumbs down to you.
Well, again, let us know in the comments what you think, if I made the right decision or not. As always, don't forget to like this video and
Thumbs up
subscribe
to
to the
us.
channel. Yeah, thumbs up us all the time. And hit that notification bell as always. Again, we appreciate you joining us again. I'm Chris.
I'm also Chris.
Be here next time.
Yes. Peace. And then a hero comes along with the strength to carry on. And you cast your fears aside, and you know you can't survive. 'Cause all the heroes, Peter Petrelli, Hiro Nakamura,
Yo.
and Claire Bennett too, and the horn rim glasses too. Ah, it's a Sylar.
And there's a second
little
verse,
black
bro?
kid,
You had more to say?